how to play Eggwars. Before you leave, because you know how to play Eggwars, this is not me saying, oh, you've got to break an egg and then kill the people. It's not this. This is me saying how I play Eggwars in the more complicated sense. So yes, I'm not the best Eggwars player out there, but I am quite good. And just wanted to say, this is not me boasting. I've literally been in games when people have found that I play on mobile. They've been like, "You're really good for mobile." So I'm not the best Eggwars player out there, but I'm fine. I'm just gonna be telling you how I play it. So yeah, if you don't know me, good everybody. I'm Wilder. It's just Wild. Welcome back to another video. And yeah, in this one, I'm gonna be teaching you how to play Eggwars in the more complex sense. So yeah, before we get into it, I'm not going to set out too much, but please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, notifications on, comment down below any other videos you'd like to see, and I will be talking about my Discord at the end. But please do be sure to wait to the end. I've got some cool stuff to say and all that, cool announcements. Anyway, yeah, let's going to get straight into it. So I'm just trying to get this video out, so I'm just recording quite quickly. So I like to play Egg Wars the quote-unquote smart way. So but by this I mean you've got to think everything through before you do it. So Egg Wars, Bed Wars, Treasure Wars, and all the other game modes like that, they're just as much about your brain as they are about your PvP skills. So if you don't think things through before you do them, so if you don't think, should I do this fight or should I not, and make a decision in accordance to that, you're more likely to lose. It's just straight fact. Because the people who think they're so good at PvP, or they don't think, or they don't think through what they're doing, they'll just charge at someone without thinking, okay, they have full iron armor and a diamond sword, and I've got leather armor, or something like that. So you've got to really think things through, but let's kind of get straight into it. So number one is my spending. This is the longest thing. This is how I spend my resources. So at the start of the game, I wait for 41 iron exactly, and that gets me a wood sword and leather armor, both of which I need, because I'm the kit miner all the time, because mine a pickaxe is the closest thing to a sword. In normal, you don't spend 10 iron on a pickaxe. So yeah, so I'm kit miner, so I don't need to get myself a pickaxe. But I get a wood sword, stack of blocks, and a gap, which is 5 gold, which you will always be able to get, and armor. It depends on the map though, because if on my favourite map, golf, there are 2 gens, so I get a wood sword and a stack of blocks because there were 2 level 1 gens instead of 1 level 1 or 2 gen. Anyway, that's kind of it. So, and I'm going, if I've been just kind of stacking up a certain resource, what I'll do with it. So, if we have tons of iron, if I just have like a couple stacks of iron or something, I'll buy a couple stacks of blocks, often from steak. I only use steak, by the way, it's the only food I use. But that's kind of what I do with that. Lots of gold equals lots of gaps. It's that simple. Golden apples are amazing. They're the most useful thing in Egg Wars, in my opinion. They're one of the things which just every PvP game needs. And yeah, they're just so helpful. If you have lots of diamonds, I never have lots of diamonds, especially I'm not on duos, but I'm talking about solos here. But if I do for some reason have a ton of diamonds on me, I'll always buy iron armor, prioritize that, and then a diamond sword. Actually, I don't buy full iron armor. I prioritize iron chest plate, then iron leggings, then a diamond sword, then the other 2 bits iron. Yeah, that's kind of how I do lots of diamonds. And now I'm going to go into how I get these resources. So diamonds, I don't go out of my way. I never think, okay, I want to go to the middle now just to get some diamonds. I never really go out of my way like that to do that. I may occasionally, but it's always for a good reason. However, if I'm rushing someone and there's a diamond gen on the way, I'll pick up the diamonds there. Because just in the case that I win them, I can then get myself an iron chestplate or something like that. But yeah, because I will get them, because obviously diamond swords and iron armor are good. But I often go out of my way to get gold or iron, because you can never have enough blocks, never have enough steak, never have enough gaps. So I will sometimes go out of my way to get those resources. Okay, now let's go into some more in-depth things. Only buy steak. This is a simple one. Never buy carrots, never buy cakes, I only ever buy steak. It's the best food source, it's just so good, and it only costs 5 iron per steak, so if I've got 10 iron spare, I'll just buy 2 pieces of steak, simple. And if you can see here in the video, I'm a bit hungry. 1 steak fills up my entire hunger. It's just great, whereas that's about 3 carrots. Obviously carrots are really cheap, yes, but I just prefer steak multiple times over. Never buy chainmail armor. If you have 10, 20, 30 gold to spare, buy buy 2, 4, 6 gaps with that. It's a much better spending of your gold, in my opinion. Gaps, you can just never have too many gaps, as I've said. E-pearls are too expensive. Do not buy e-pearls. One, I don't understand when in the solo game you're going to have a stack of diamonds unless you're playing the slow game when you camp on a diamond generator. However, if you have a stack of diamonds, buy 2 notches. That's a much better use of your diamonds rather than 1 ender pearl, which can only be used once, like notches. Has a one-time effect and is risky and costs a stack of diamonds. I mean, I go on this battle list a lot, but it's too expensive. Always have a stack of blocks on me. This one's quite simple. Always have a stack of blocks on you, because you never know. A couple of times I've literally been trapped, can't do anything because I don't have any blocks. Always have a stack of blocks on you. You never know when they're going to come in handy, and they always do come in handy. Bows. If you have got the diamonds, if you have the diamonds, bows can be a good thing, I'm not going to lie. But they're just 25 diamonds for a punch bow, which is what you'd want to be getting normally. With those diamonds, I could buy myself full iron armor and just save up some. I don't know. I could buy a lot of stuff, or I could buy iron chestplate, iron leggings, and a diamond sword, and have a couple left over. Much better than bows. Obviously, if you do have the diamonds, do be sure to get one. They are really good. But you've also got to turn a ton of gold into your bows, which can be spent on golden apples instead. That's pretty much for that. I just want to go into something before I forget about it. Base defense. Never spend tons of time building up a massive defense around your egg, but at the start of my game, I always just place a layer of clay around it. And the reason for this is quite simple. I've played a lot of solo Egg Wars, and I know the kind of mindset, you could say, of Egg Wars players. And if you rush someone, right, and then you break their egg, they are guaranteed 99.9% of the time to rush you back, just target you and rush no one else, just trying to get your egg. And multiple times there has been someone who have destroyed their egg. They've just rushed to my base and destroyed my egg before I killed them, which is, I mean, they didn't have a pickaxe because I had no egg defense. It was just easy, and it's extremely annoying in that situation because you just don't have an egg then. So always just put a layer of clay at the start of your game around your egg. As you see, I just save up 5 iron, get myself some stuff, and whilst the generator's generating more, just place a layer around. Doesn't really add to your time. You don't need exactly a stack of blocks, but it's just easier to buy. You can make do with 59 blocks or whatever, and it's just much easier, and it's much more helpful than not having egg defense, obviously. Now rushing. So I'm going to tell you like the order of which I rush, and this is quite a interesting thing, and it's just the way I rush. So rushing. First up, I always rush the teams on the same island. So in Egg Wars, it's usually 4 islands surrounding the middle island, and each of those islands, there's 3 islands which you spawn on. Might confuse you, but that's how I do it. And I always rush the 2 teams on the same kind of bit as me. So if you can see where I am about right now, there's the 2 islands surrounding the middle island which I was just running to. I rush teams there first because they're most likely to rush me. Then after that, I rush the teams that seem alright at the games. Any team that's got a final kill, destroyed an egg, who just seems genuinely aggressive, I'll rush them because I want to get them out of the game as soon as possible. And then any teams that are kind of near to me, so any teams that I see, I'll rush. And then just any teams left alive, so I see, okay, it's just me and Orange left alive. Go kill Orange, simple. With rushing though, you want to rush quickly. That's why I wait for 41 iron, which doesn't take very long. And I rush really quickly. Because when you're rushing, because I'm not the best at PvP in the world, especially considering I play on mobile, I want to rush the other people before they have swords and before they have armor. Some people just don't buy swords and armor the entire game, but a lot of people do, and when they do, I like to rush them. Simple as that. Now let's go on to PvP. So, PvP, I'm not too good at PvP, as I've just said. You want to be charging at people before they get stuff, so that you can just kill them before they have themselves armor, swords, gaps, and things like that. And always try to knock them off the edge. Never just trade hits, because in that case, the person with the better gear is guaranteed to win. You want to try and wait and just be smart. So if you see them just looking at you, don't jump down. Wait until they're kind of near an edge and then jump down and try and knock them off the edge. Always eat a gap, even if you're on full health, just before. So you have absorption for the next 3-4 minutes, whatever it is, I've forgotten. And so you have a bit of regen, which could be the difference between a loss and a win. Do not risk getting an egg. Do not, I repeat, do not risk getting an egg if there's a chance that they'll be able to hit you off or whatever. If they're watching you, even if you can jump down and you think you'll be safe, just jump down and kill them first, then get the egg whilst they're respawning. It's so much safer because you never want to die in a fight, obviously, and it's much simpler. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm PvPing a hacker in this game. They've got kill aura and they're flying. I managed to kill them because I was being smart about it. I was just trying to keep out of their reach whilst hitting them a little bit, and it worked. So yeah, you got to kind of be smart about when you PvP, who you decide to PvP with, and yeah. Now then, let's go on to kind of a couple of smart plays that I've made and I think it's a good idea to make. Me and another guy, I had my egg, they didn't. They got my egg then. They had much more gear than me. What I did is I knew they were going to come back to their base at some point. So what I did is I just hid by their base on the bridge. I put some blocks. I made it try to look natural. As soon as they came out, I just hit them off and won. Because even some with better armor is not going to survive in the void. I'm not sure they take less knockback. I am not, as I said, that good at PvP. But you can be sure to knock someone into the void if they're standing right on the edge and you have a sword which you can hit them with. And yeah, you can just get their, you can just not get their egg but wait at their base, and then if they try to come back then instantly get their egg and then kill them or whatever. There's just some smart plays that you can make which will increase your chances of winning, and it kind of just helps in some ways. And now let's go to kind of some other ones. I've already said in normal what I do to rush is I have 41 iron. That's enough for wooden swords, armor, because I'm always a kit with pickaxe, minor, and a stack of blocks, and obviously a gap. In OP, I always wait till 5 gold, which is about 30 iron for 5 gold, which is I always get 30 iron in OP for a stack of blocks, sword, and armor, because you can wait for 31 and get a good pickaxe as well, because everything's a bit cheaper. And yep, 5 gaps with 5 gold is just amazing value. I absolutely love it so much. That's OP. I never do hardcore. Genuinely never do hardcore. I mean, I don't get to vote, but no one ever votes, and it is horrible. You've got to wait for like 80 iron just to get a full set of leather armor. And it's just so expensive. Just never do hardcore if you have the option. This is if you're focusing on rushing someone and getting kills quickly. If you're just wanting a casual game, hardcore is better than if you're trying to rush and get quick wins. And yeah, in OP, just chug tons of gaps. That's where you win. Gaps for days. That's kind of the way you win. And that's kind of all I've got down. I might do a part 2 to this where I go more in depth with different scenarios. So, I don't know, if you're in this situation, I would do this. That would be really kind of in depth though, and that might be a part 2. Yeah, if you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for notifications on. Comment any other videos you'd like to see. Let me know if you want a part 2. And yet, before you leave, I want another minute of your time. Please just spare another minute of your time to talk about my Discord. Got a couple more members. Shout out to Brinky. They joined. Really appreciate it. A couple of my mates are also on there. We're trying to grow it. There are ranks you can earn. There's YouTube ranks if you're a YouTuber. If you want to collab with me, if we do a couple of videos together, you can get a rank for being like a YouTube collab, which is better. You can apply for staff, moderator, admin, looking for those 3. There are special ranks for the first 10 and then first 20 or whatever members to join. That if I ever do get big, which might happen, might not happen, I'm not sure. But if I ever do, you will be kind of, have like a special place in my heart, if you know what I mean by that. Yeah, it's just a really great community. I'm trying to improve it a lot. Looking for admins if you know how to use Discord. If you're quite good at it, do join and apply for it. There's tons of stuff going on there. That's the place I'll come when I'm looking for video ideas, trying to get people to join in my videos if I need a test dummy or whatever. Just any general announcements around the channel. I might try to announce them on the community sometimes, but Discord is the main place I announce them. And yeah, follow me on Instagram as well. I will do sneak peeks of videos to come. And yeah, just let me know on Discord if there's anything that you're particularly good at or whatever that you'd like tell me about, and I might consider you for some things, custom roles, things like that in the Discord and all that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. There'll be links to my Discord in the description, as I said. There are other ways to support me. All the links and all the info will be in the description below. Thank you again. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. And yeah, peace.